Hi guys, I'm Daniel Duda. Catch me on Searching for a Scrap.
Hi guys, here today at Tap Out Academy with Daniel Duda. Daniel, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
So for those that haven't seen you fight before, give us a bit of your background into MMA and how you got to this point.
Well, I've been with Tap Out since about 2014, so it's been quite a while now. I have a bit of a history in Kung Fu, Karate. That's what I grew up on as a kid. And I've just always loved martial arts. Eventually found my way into MMA and I've never stopped since. Yeah.
And for those that haven't seen you fight, what can they expect from you?
They can expect a bang of a show, a little bit of a slugfest. I have a bit of boxing background with my coaches and a bit of ground game, but mostly they can expect an exciting show and a bit of a slugfest, yeah.
And you've also represented your country, obviously, at the Africa Open. Tell us what that experience was like for you.
It was pretty amazing, man. It's a real honor to actually be chosen to represent your country. I never expected to represent my country in anything, really. And to get my colors as well, it's something that I pride myself very much in. And yeah, it was an absolutely amazing experience.
And then you fought on the last show at Fight Stars on the 2nd of December against another guy who's in the tournament, Jan-Paul Ranger. Give us how the fight went. What's your opinion of the other guys in the tournament?
Well, look, I've fought some of the guys already in the tournament. Look, they're all strong contenders. I think we all want to fight hard, and we all in this to win it. So at the end of the day, yeah, we're all gonna come out with a real banger. But yeah, the strongest is gonna take it at the end of the day.
And you were picked as one of the seeded fighters. Does that put any extra pressure on you?
Nah, at the end of the day, I know that I'm going into the octagon to actually battle it out. It's like any day, whether it's for a belt or it's for a normal fight. At the end of the day, I'm gonna compete at my optimum best, and that's it. Yeah.
And then the competition itself, Searching for a Scrap, obviously a knockout style tournament over 3 months. What are your thoughts on the tournament?
Look, it's an exciting opportunity. Honestly, I didn't expect something like this to happen so soon, but obviously I know the skill I have, and it's just an honor for everyone to see that as well. So it's an exciting opportunity to be a part of a show like this. And yeah, at the end of the day, I want to come out on top.
And then also the show is not just about being in the cage, it's about being outside as well. What can the guys expect to see from you outside of the cage?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm a guy that works an 8-hour day job. After that, I come to the gym. You know, I do what I have to do to get fit and fight fit at the end of the day. And yeah, I also have a family at home. You know, I've got a little kid, girlfriend, and you know, life carries on as normal. So I think you'll get a bit of perspective into my life as far as that. And I really think, well, we'll see if people find my life interesting, really.
Well, we look forward to it. And there you have it, guys. We'll be following Daniel Duda around for at least the next 3 or 4 months. Stay with us.
Cool. And they're no stranger to the ground. Both of them have got good ground coaches. So at the end of the day, this fight could go anywhere.
Daniel did also compete at the Africa Open as well. Also an experienced campaigner. Again, as we said, one of the more experienced amateurs at 7 and 4.
Yeah, no, look, definitely. Oh, big head kick there. Daniel being composed, not panicking too much. And it seems that Jan-Paul's trying to axe that front leg.
As we said, with glory shorts on, we're expecting kicks, and he's definitely delivering early.
Yeah, no, definitely. And not panicking there, throwing knees to ensure that Daniel doesn't get him where he wants him.
Daniel getting him against the cage now, working from the clinch. But Jan-Paul definitely still throwing those knees. With the height that he's got, it doesn't take much for him to land those knees to the body.
Yeah, no, look, definitely height is a vast advantage here.
And those things will definitely suck your gas tank. Those knees to the midsection will eat it alive.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's something that really gets you.
You can see that one hurt Daniel. He definitely crunched over on that one.
Yeah, no, look, definitely. You can see it. It affects the person badly, and that gas tank goes. Give it 2 to 3 knees, and you had a 5-round fight in you. Now you've got a 2-round fight in you.
Well done by Daniel to get up from that position. Gets up very quickly. Didn't spend a lot of time on the ground.
Yeah, no, look, definitely. And you can see that's where the training with Vickers comes into account.
Jan Paul attempting the takedown again. With the reach advantage he has and the knees that he's throwing, I'd prefer to keep it standing if I was him.
Yeah, no, look, definitely. And like we said, with the glory shorts, we'd expect that from him.
Both fighters trying to get the dominant position from the clinch. Again, difficult one to score when the guy spends so much time in the clinch.
Yeah, no, look, definitely. And like we said earlier on, those 3 Ds make a big difference because a person can control you against the cage, but if the guy against the cage is doing more damage and for a longer duration, at the end of the day, he could take it.
Jan Paul getting the turn there. Now has Daniel against the cage, throwing the knees but not connecting with a couple of them now.
Look, some big knees thrown there by Jan Paul, and we'll see if that has any effect on Daniel.
He knows how to use those long levers.
Oh, big side kick.
He's definitely peppering the body of Daniel. Nice body shot landed by Daniel.
Daniel seems a little bit more composed than Jan. Jan seems a little bit more under the pressure than Daniel.
And that's where experience comes in. Obviously, the more experienced campaigner knows how to stay calm under pressure and also just look for things as opposed to rushing into things.
Yeah, no, definitely. And we'll see at the end of this round whose gas tank is bigger. We start off the second round, guys touching gloves.
You can see Daniel's definitely breathing a bit heavier. I think some of those body shots and knees definitely, it does take something out of you.
Yeah, no, definitely. It affects that gas tank. And you can see the boxing side of Daniel making its effect. And Jan doesn't want to have any of the stand-up trading by the looks of things.
Jan going away from the kicks that served him so well in the first round.
Yeah, no, look, the kicks were landing nicely, but I think with the boxing game from Daniel, he doesn't want to really stand in the trading game. He wants to try clinch it up, throw those knees, and hopefully get the takedown.
Daniel throwing a left hook on the way out. Definitely something that comes from more of a boxing background. Jan Paul going back to the kicks, but Daniel starting to take that front leg as well.
Oh, definitely. And you can see...
Now you can see Daniel starting to get a lot more comfortable with the boxing now, but Jan Paul's getting in there and throwing leather.
Yeah, definitely, but Jan doesn't seem to want to have anything to do with the stand-up game.
I think Daniel also starting to find his range a bit more. He's starting to get a bit more comfortable. Oh, Jan goes in and goes to his back and falls into guard.
Yeah, no, definitely tried to get the back there, but unfortunately Daniel saw it coming and turned him in to get guard.
So as we said earlier, obviously falling into the position is you do give up the dominant position though. So it's, you know, some guys don't mind it. They like working from the bottom. They'll look for the submissions, but unless you actually get something in, you are giving away the dominant position in the round.
Yeah, no, definitely. And at the end of the day, if the guy on top is a bit more active than you're losing that fight.
Daniel definitely taking his time to secure the position. He's not in any rush to move around too much, to try and jump into different positions or land strikes. He's definitely focused on keeping the position, keeping the mount, keeping the guy in his corner and working from there.
Yeah, no, look, definitely. And he's at the vantage point here, being in his own corner. And definitely be able to do much more than being on the opposite side of the cage. Jan Paul tried to get that armbar there, rolled him out of it, got top position.
Nice scrambling there by Jan Paul, well done.
Jan Paul trying to get the back, got the hooks in.
He's got the hooks in.
The one hook is in.
Quarter telling Daniel to spin. But those hooks are in.
Something that you don't often see, some people twisting that leg, and Daniel defended that nicely and threw him off.
Very well done by Daniel to get out of that.
Jan Paul breathing very heavily.
I think that took a lot out of him.
Seems like Jan Paul's gas tank is not as big as what Daniel's is.
Now that's Coach G's hill running there in Northcliffe.
Yeah, we all know the Coach G regimen of, and something people must be look forward to looking at as pushes his guys to run 10Ks.
Jan Paul going for the submission there at the end of the round, but the round coming to an end, and we will go to the third. Now, Jan Paul definitely looks like he's taking a lot more strain. Daniel looking a lot more fit out of the two fighters.
Yeah, no, look, definitely. Daniel, you can see the gas tank in Daniel's a bit bigger than Jan.
Oh,
but Jan
nice
lands
shot.
a big right hand.
Daniel recovers quickly though, and he's coming forward. Oh, nice jab.
But Daniel's just as gassed. You can see the gas tank in these two gentlemen are starting to fail them.
Big kick thrown there by Jan Paul, but not connecting. And Daniel can offload here. Jan Paul shooting for the takedown. He doesn't want to be standing in that position. If you stand in front of Daniel, he will light you up.
Look, and Jan Paul just trying. He doesn't want anything to do with the stand-up game right now. Jan Paul, you can see his gas, and he wants to try and get this fight to the ground so he can just rest it out a bit.
Daniel doing well, but Jan Paul obviously a very, very tall guy, long levers, so it's difficult to always sprawl away from someone like that.
No, look, definitely, especially when he's got lanky arms. You might be sprawling, but he's still got a hold of your legs.
Daniel does well. He manages to get the top position and go into guard. I'm sure he won't mind spending the rest of the round in that position.
No, look, definitely. A lot of the guys go to the ground to try and rest it out, in all honesty, especially when the stand-up game gets difficult.
Daniel's definitely looking to put into a position here where he can start landing some strikes.
You can definitely see Daniel wants to finish this fight. Daniel doesn't want to leave it to the judges.
Vickers getting very excited there in the background, telling his fighter to finish this one.
No, look, definitely. I don't think they want to leave it to the judges in this situation.
He manages to trap the arm. Jan Paul gets up.
Jan Paul doesn't want to be in any dangerous situation at this stage.
Minute and 10 seconds left for them to see this one out. I think Daniel will try and stay in that position, secure it. He will try and land strikes as well, but I think he will be composed enough not to give the position up during
No, look, definitely. With the fight experience, he's definitely going to know how to play it out. And at this stage, he's definitely trying to finish this fight. You can see it. He's got intention in those punches.
Jan Paul staying busy though. He's not giving Daniel easy looks to get the position and throw strikes.
Yeah, no, definitely. And Jan's corner screaming out lots of instructions to try and show for him to get out of there. He realizes it's not a great position, and he's not winning anything from him.
30 seconds left in the round. Daniel throwing strikes, but again, just making sure he keeps the position, keeps the guy in his corner, seeing it out. Vickers looking a lot more relaxed now. I think he's comfortable for Daniel to see the round out there as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think Daniel thinks he definitely has it. He's not showing the intentions. We'll see in the last 10 seconds if he actually pushes through to see if he actually thinks he's got this fight or not.
That one goes the distance. We will go to the judges' scorecard to see the winner, but interesting fight. I think it was a difficult one for Daniel to look at. It was an awkward fight. Jan Paul gave him a lot of looks that it's difficult to train for someone that's a bantamweight and that tall. You probably have to find guys that are a lot heavier to try and get some sparring that'll give you something similar. But Daniel did well. I think his movement was good. The first round was maybe a bit more tough, but definitely started picking it up in round 2 and 3.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear a warm round of applause for these two Fight Star athletes. This bout goes to the judges' scorecards, declaring the winner via split decision from the red corner,